guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Mason, also Masonly down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe, follow me on all my socials, link down below. And like this video, comment, share with all your friends. And I also have blog posts about this on my blog, livinglifevirtually.com. I have a note-taking blog posting, organize, being productive during quarantine, and like a lot of different blog posts kind of revolve around this in more details with products and links. So check that out if you haven't already. Today I'll be sharing 6 tips and tricks for online school. So yeah, let's get started. My first tip is have a desk set up that you like and can help you stay productive, where it's not too distracting and all around you is kind of schoolwork. Here is the picture of my desk, and check out one of my video about how I DIY'd and revamped my desk with the hutch that I found in my basement for my brother's old desk, so go and check that out. So in my desk, I keep it very organized by, that kind of has like a picture of me and my friend, just like random stuff, but it's just stuff I always use. Up there, some stuff that I don't need all the time, but I keep it up there. And there is all my books for my English and history class. And this, normally my planner is actually in there. That should be in there. Well, it doesn't really fit. So my planner stays over here, like on the desk. That kind of has like some journals, just like coloring books, but I like to keep it organized. That's just a peppermint spray that I like. And then I keep a hand sanitizer right there. Friendship bracelet that I was making. And then, yeah, so that is how I keep my desk organized. And I also have my computer just always on my desk, and I have a charger close by. But on my desk, I have a desk calendar. These are super easy and super cheap on Amazon. Okay, I spilled water on that earlier. This one is from the University of Alabama, but you can get these on Amazon for I think $10, but they are linked in my desk like productivity blog post. So what I do, as you can see, I have a ton of stuff crossed out. I map out each day. I use this specifically for my Zoom meetings, and then I use my Leuchtturm 1975 journal for like planning out YouTube videos, blog posts, any work related stuff, and kind of taking notes just from information from other YouTubers. And then I have this planner from Day Designer that I love just for school and classes. And so I guess I haven't really used it as much recently just because I've just kind of have final projects, so I don't really have as much daily work. But I just keep kind of just random things that I have to do. See, it's not that busy because this is more what I use during the school year. This is kind of what I got. Let's look for a more productive day. See, that's pretty productive. But I don't, since online school, I don't have as much stuff. Here's some stuff. See, here's some more work. Tutoring, Zoom with my church. Took a little break there, didn't have school. I normally color code stuff. Some drawings. This is kind of, see, this is during the school year, a little bit more productive. Specifically school. Here's some of that. I don't use this as much just because I have the desk calendar, but I do use this for homework. Oh, blank. But I make sure I use this for each individual task and just random things that aren't like a Zoom meeting, because I like this desk calendar to be specifically for Zoom classes or like things that are mostly likely at a time other than film and upload, but that's just like more of a reminder for me. And just like big events on Wednesdays, we have work days for my school, so I always write that down just to remind myself that I just do have a break in the week. So let's look at this week ahead. I just went to a friend's pool, and then on my first day I have advisory at 9 o'clock to 9:20, and Spanish at 11:15 to 12:45, and bio from 1:30 to 3. And as you can see, I color code that. And then I've listened to community meeting. I did listen to that, I just forgot to cross it out. And then here I have math 9:30 to 11, American studies 11:15 to 12:45, econ 1:30 to 3. I just like to have it all color coded, and then week to week because my schedule changes order, it's never in the same order. So it kind of goes through that. Wednesday's workday, upload, and all that kind of stuff. I have weekend events just written down. I normally map out the whole week ahead, but like I said, I have a lot of final projects, so I don't exactly know the schedule for the rest of my year has entail, but you can check out more in depth on my blog post, a better picture than just me filming. But for an example, this was today. Oh, I wrote the wrong thing there. Let's see how I color code it. And yeah, that's it. And I just like to have the times written down right in front of me on the desk, so it reminds me all day, every day. So that is super helpful if you do that. Especially with Zoom meetings, because they can catch up to you really fast. You're in one, you take a break, and then all of a sudden you're at the other. So it's really good to have it written down rather than thinking, oh, I'll just remember it. I like to be able to write it down, see it physically, and you're not like flipping through a book. It's right there in front of you. And if you need to write down the passwords, write them down on here next to the Zoom meeting. And then you can go straight on your computer and do it without having to look through your planner, your emails, and that's way easier. And for tip number 2, get tools. Invest in certain tools that will make your day easier. I got these blue light glasses. I think they're $11.99 on Amazon, also linked on one of my posts about online school, and they are just, I got tortoiseshell like square ones, and I think personally they might make, I haven't been able to tell a huge difference, but I can definitely tell, helps me sleep better. And I normally get like headaches or something after, like, I got them after the first week of online school, and I could just low-key tell a difference. So it's just like, it's just something to invest in. You can invest in a nicer pair with prescription and all that. I just invested in like an $11 pair because I was like, by the end I'll probably just throw them away. I'll probably break them by the end, honestly. I'm not going to need them again unless I do online school again. So yeah, also make sure you have all your chargers close by. Invest in an outlet if you need to, like a charging strip. It's not the prettiest looking, but you hate it when your computer dies in the middle of a Zoom class. Like, you never want to go through that problem. So I got a charging strip. I already had this one, but if you don't have one, you can invest in one. So here's that. So this isn't the greatest looking down here, but I have like my computer charger, I have my desk light. This, I control my fairy lights by a remote control, so that's what that's for. It's my fish tank light, but all that is down there. I do also have another outlet right next to my desk because I use that for my phone and my Apple Watch. So that's why that is taken up, but it's always good to have your computer charger right there. Like in the middle of the class, you don't want your computer dying. You don't want to be that kid who has to leave because your computer is dying. So, and then you always want to be ready. You always just want to be prepared. You want to make sure you're always ready 10 minutes before each class because you could have technical difficulties. Your Wi-Fi could go out. Your computer could die if you forgot to charge it overnight. And
my glasses are crooked.
We're going without glasses. Your computer could die. You just never know what's going to happen. And it's always good 10 minutes early. It will give you enough time. I have another setup of shelves that I use to organize all my stuff. So let me show you guys that. So down here is more of the stuff that I don't need every day, but I use a lot. Well, this I all use every day. These are all my notebooks for each class, so I can just pull each one out. They're each like different color. This one's different because I had to get a new one. These are just like scrapbooks and keepsakes. That's like drawing, SAT work. This is for projects. A lot of these are for specialty projects. Those are all my Spanish books down there. And then those are like note cards and planner stickers. So it is always really good. Like, this is literally right next to my desk. So it's really good. I can just wake up, grab this. And then these are my research books that I like to keep right here. So when I need them, I have them. Say hi, Turk. He's doing great. It's always really good just to be there 10 minutes early, just so you're ready. And it's always like, you just don't also want to be that kid when they start and you're like, wait, what page are we on? Because you were looking for your book, which I've been there, trust me. So that's why I just keep my English history books on my desk, because I have so many. There's even more than this. They're on a separate shelf in the back, like the ones we've already used, but we go in and out of these like huge textbooks. There's like 5 or 6 that like we switch randomly sometimes. So I just like to keep them on my desk. So whenever they're like, okay, we're using book D, like I can get book D out. And so it's just easier since you're in your room. You don't have to go running around for it. So it's just easier to have out, and that's why it's good to be 10 minutes early. Also, remove all your distractions. I either put my phone downstairs. I've just always, my whole life, whenever I've done homework, I always plug in my phone downstairs. That's just always what my family's done. But with this, I normally just throw it on my bed like across, because my desk is not really next to my, or it is next to my bed, but I'm not on my bed. So I have been in class on my bed like once or twice. Yes, we've all been there.
Just in that mood.
So I get it, but try not to go to class in your bed. It might help you. But I totally understand if you don't have a desk, yes, do that. But it's great to have a desk and kind of just set up a space that's just for school. I don't use my desk for anything else because I don't want to sit at a desk any longer than I have to. So I kind of just, my desk helps me zone in, be prepared. Close all your tabs on your computer. I like to close, like, I don't watch Netflix on my computer in the morning. or just close your tabs, hide your shopping tabs, star those tabs, bookmark them, go back to them later, or just hide them for now so you don't have to look at them. You just don't want them to be taunting when you're on Zoom, which I've also been there, online shopping by accident.
It's just on your computer. Can't do anything about it.
And like I said, also with notes, have your notes ready 10 minutes early, have them organized, have your notebook open, and yeah. And for number 4 is I like to, unless the teacher asks, to handwrite my notes. A lot of my work has been somewhat optional, but whenever there's a PowerPoint, it's harder to understand over Zoom. So I like to either go back at the PowerPoint or I do it during class. I handwrite my notes. And I do have a blog post on how I handwrite my notes. Let me show you guys here how I do it in more of a video description. So here is where I organize all my pens. That is kind of how I do my notes. So this is from 2 days ago. I wrote about a reading we did. We did 2 readings for class. So this one I just did, this one's actually not the best example, but let's go to a good example. Here's just some cool things. We go to like some history notes so we can get some good action. Oh, here we go. Okay. So here is a PowerPoint. It's a long PowerPoint. Took me honestly days to write all these notes. Like honestly, this is like 4 or 5 pages of notes. So my go-tos, which are also linked in my blog post, are my Tombow brush pens. I have a lot. They're all these tall ones, but they're just super simple. And this is an old one. It is a brush tip on one side and a pen on the other. These are my go-to. I also do have the Tombow like marker versions where it's a thin tip and then a felt tip on the other. I do like those a lot, but I like the brush tips better for taking notes. I like these better for planning just because you can write smaller. So that's why I think it's a good investment. These pens do cost more, but you can always get them on Michael's with a coupon. On Black Friday, I got a pack, the tropical pack, which was pinks and teals, which is the theme of my room basically, pink and teal. So it kind of just goes well with my vibe, you know. I like it a lot. So that's why this is mostly teals. And then I do also have the pastel pack. And then recently, at the beginning of quarantine, I invested in buying 10, maybe 8, just random ones that I liked. A lot of hot pinks, some yellows, some more blues, just colors I like. They're a good investment for taking notes. It's just always good. And then I like to use this Papermate Inkjoy pen. I also have these in multiple colors, but I like the black the best. I ran out, but this is what I used here. I like the thick writing for these kind of notes because it just helps me read. And honestly, I don't know you guys, my handwriting is better. I love a good Pilot G205 pen, but that's just too thin for me, honestly. I also used to use the, what is this called? The Muji pen. I do like these. I use these for my bullet journal just because of the fine lines. Like this is great for that. They're great for different things, but for taking notes, I like a thick pen. It helps you make your handwriting better, more rounded out, more equal, I would say. So this is perfect for taking notes. I have it in multiple colors. Like here's one. I have like just like the basic color pack. I have a lot. These are like my random pens, I would say. These are all my Tombow and some other ones that I use, like the zebra pens and some other Muji. I have them in other ones. Here's one right here. And then this zebra pen is also my go-to. It is, I'm pretty sure it's dried out currently. Let me see if I have any examples of me using it. Here are my notes. Here's more examples. Yeah, here it is. I used it to highlight. I kind of just, it's like a really good basic highlighter with highlighting points that are key points. So it's really good for that. I do have like a lot of variations of black pens, but that's kind of my go-to. I also love, I got this also at the beginning of quarantine, a good investment. A small felt tip calligraphy pen by Tombow. I'm not exactly sure what this is called. Whatever that is, that's what makes this. It's just a small calligraphy pen. It kind of just spices up your notes a little bit. So as you can see, I also have up here, a white gel pen. I like this also because once again, kind of spices it up a little bit, adds some dimension, you could say. So I like to take my notes as I do a big kind of font type thing. You can see many options of how I write it. There are just many different ways. You can kind of A lot of times I just look at Pinterest for inspiration if I want to change it up, but this is normally my go-to. Big plain letters with cursive letters over top, can be calligraphy or just with this pen. And then I highlight the key term, the date, highlighted or not highlighted, doesn't matter. And then the points, and you can just do bullets, whatever type you like. And then this one had like subcategories. That's what this is. And it's kind of just highlighting it, but just a subcategory. So that is 2, and that, so that's kind of just how that went out. This is also, that's for a book. For books, you can spice it up, make it fun. See, here I go again with the subcategories again. Here's a book, so I kind of just made it fun. I make the words pop how I like. Once again, book, you can kind of just draw, make it fun. I kind of just like to have fun with it, draw out what I'm thinking. Here's more of the gray. See, sometimes I do not use black. I use this pen, but in different colors. So here, this is actually like a neon pink, but it's coming up orange on camera. And then this is also pink. So I used this, but in pink with a pink Tombow. Here's more drawings from Langston Hughes. This is where my notes are really good in this. This is a new one though. My other ones ran out of space. That one's kind of ugly, so I'm not going to show you that. But like I said, for books, see, here's some more. I'm kind of envisioning the characters, using some more fun fonts, more things, kind of just to figure out what's going on in the book. It helps me just like visualize it, especially over Zoom, just when it's harder to connect. See, I use the gray as shadowing, so that's kind of how I do that. And if you guys want a more in-depth video on my note-taking, comment down below, because I can definitely do one of those. And it can be kind of bullet journaling note-taking. My note-taking is definitely bullet journaling, like aesthetic inspired, very like Pinteresty. I found a lot of my inspiration on Pinterest for the titles and stuff. So go do that if you haven't already. Like I have like an organization aesthetic board on Pinterest, so check that out. It might have, I don't know if I pin it or not, but that probably has some. And then for number 5, I mentioned it already, planners. I have 3 forms. Like that is a lot, I understand. But if you have like a work or separate, like I just like this bullet journal just as my creative like work, brain dump, output journal. Many people do diaries, like you can do that. I kind of just like draw, just write down like random things, so just like my blog posts, just random ideas. I just kind of like doodle in here, like just get it down. Just get it down. It can be pretty, it doesn't have to be pretty. Like I can show you. I tried hard. I really did. I use this as a planner in the summer just because I don't like the school planner. I don't like using the school planner in the summer just because it's too driven for the summer for me. I just kind of want to be more
spontaneous in the summer.
So I like to use this planner in the summer, which I will do more videos about that probably. If you guys want to see that, let me know. Also, like I mentioned, my desk planner is only for Zooms and anything like that, like events. I probably won't use it in the summer unless I have events, but I am taking 2 online courses, so maybe if I just have due dates and stuff like that. But it's always good just to know what date it is. It's just good to know that. And then also, like I said, a planner. Day Designer is good by Target. Honestly, Target, just go there, get a planner. You can invest in a nice one. Okay, hey guys, so my phone died and then I ate dinner. So I am coming back. So for number 6 is have a schedule. It doesn't need to be perfect. You can still wake up late, but as long as you relatively wake up at the same time every day is like super helpful to your routine. And like if you work out or go on a walk or do something like active each day, try to keep it around the same time. I can't always do that just because of school and stuff, and just I'm sometimes too busy for that, so it's fine. It's your chance also not to have a schedule, but I think having a schedule for online school is super helpful, especially if you don't have class and you have to do work outside of class. It's like good to help you like be productive. I'm a morning person, so I can like wake up at like 7 and just do all my work. So I think that's like a good trait to have. So maybe now is the time to good time to train and learn that. But do you, but at least try to wake up at the same time relatively each day, and don't wake up past 10:30, I'd say. But as long as you're getting 8 hours of sleep, it works. Just try to stick to the same schedule every day. And if you have like class work but no classes, just try to make sure you're like setting up times for it, because that will be super helpful. That's where like planners come in handy. And that is it. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe, like if you haven't already, click that bell if you want to hear about every single time I post, and follow my social media if you want to hear more about what I'm doing each day. I post pictures of my notes and all that other stuff, so I have random surprise tips and tricks on there. So follow my Instagram and all my socials linked below, and thank you for watching.